The top 10 most expensive supercars in the world. The Icona Vulcano Titanium.
There's only one of these cars in existence.
Whoa.
And priced at just $3.8 million, it's the cheapest car on this list.
What? You know the video is off to a great start when the cheapest car is $3 million.
But the Icona Vulcano Titanium also perhaps is the most unique car on this list.
Looks
with
insane.
a body built entirely of titanium and carbon fiber. Developed first as a concept car by some of the most experienced Italian designers in the world.
Oh my goodness,
it's
this
taken
car.
over 10,000 hours of painstaking effort to handcraft the car, looking for the perfect balance between power and beauty. And powerful it is, with its 6-liter supercharged V8 engine capable of reaching a speed of 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds.
Nice.
And 120 miles per hour in less than 9
Not
seconds.
bad.
With a top speed over 220 miles per hour. That's not as fast as the legendary SR-71 Blackbird that is reportedly the inspiration behind the car. But it certainly puts it right up there amongst the best supercars in the world. And the buyer can be certain that there's no other Vulcano going to park in the spot alongside.
Imagine owning the only car in existence of its type. Maybach Exelero.
This creation of German super luxury car maker Maybach has a price tag
Maybach.
just under $8 million. There's only one.
Excuse me? $8 million for a car? What? This thing bulletproof?
Car like this that's ever been made, though you could get it custom built if you like. It was built when German tire maker Fulda approached Mercedes-Benz for a very heavy, very fast car for them to test their newest range of high-performance tires, called the Maybach Exelero. And Mercedes gave the brief to its subsidiary Maybach, who designed this monster of a machine. A 2-door, 2-seater coupe that was 19 feet long and 7 feet wide, weighing over 2.6 tons and powered by a unique 5.9-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine. The aerodynamics coupled with the massive 23-inch wheels allow this car to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds and reach a maximum speed of 218 miles per hour, record for a luxury limo on street tires. Now that's a job well done by Maybach, though they did have difficulty in finding a buyer for the car.
Who would buy this car? Like, come on. It is really dope, though. Look at this thing. Wow. Something completely different. You've never seen anything like it in your life.
This legendary car, which even starred in Steve McQueen's racing movie Le Mans, was sold in an auction for just over $14 million, making it the most expensive Porsche ever. The 917K was designed and developed as a sports prototype solely for racing. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.3 seconds, from 0 to 120 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds, and was capable of reaching speeds over 240 miles per hour. And it was built to be an endurance racer, winning the grueling 24 hours of Le Mans in both 1970 and 1971. The record it set in 1971 for the distance covered during the 24 hours
this car looks like a spaceship.
Broken in 2010, almost 40 years later. Just 12 of these cars were ever made, and together with its racing heritage, this is one of the most coveted collector's cars in the world.
Look at this beauty. The Aston Martin DB4 GT
between premium British sports car maker Aston Martin and Carrozzeria Zagato, one of Italy's best-known coach builders, resulted in a car that was sold in a 2015 auction for $14.3 million. Aston Martin had great racing success in the early 1960s with the DB4 and approached the Italian coachmaker to lighten and improve the car.
Isn't this such a cute car? It's also $14 million. What?
The result was beautiful, described as an English soul in an Italian suit.
Wait, this is James Bond's car. I bet it has rockets and can drive underwater and stuff.
And only 19 of these cars were ever produced. Most went on to see great racing success and are still highly prized by their owners. The car was seen as such a great work of art that a thriving unauthorized private market has developed to meet the demand for Aston Martin DB4 Zagato recreations.
This car, $14 million? This guy's head is like touching the ceiling. I mean, it probably drives really nicely though. Bugatti Type 41 Royale.
Weighing over 3 tons and over 21 feet long. This is one of the largest automobiles ever built. Designed by Ettore Bugatti in 1927 to only be sold to royalty. But the Great Depression intervened in his grand plans, and so only 6 of these
Look at the length of this car!
Cars could ever be made. The asking price in 1932 was a whopping $30,000.
Should have bought it back then.
In 1987, one was sold in auction for over $8 million. And in 1999, one was reportedly bought by Volkswagen AG, the company which bought the Bugatti brand, for between $15 and $20 million and is used in exhibitions. The car is remarkable not just for its luxury, superb suspension and handling, but also for its immense 12.7-liter engine that was first intended for an aircraft. These cars are among the...
It has an aircraft engine in the car. All it needs is wings, and you have your own private jet for double the price.
Attractions in vintage car museums that are lucky enough to possess a model.
This is crazy. Wow, that car is pretty. The Helica de Leyat. I'm butchering these names.
Built in 1921.
Wait, what? No way, this is the car.
And called the plane without wings. It is estimated...
I made the joke like a second ago.
That an original model of one of these cars in decent shape would sell for more than $20 million.
What?
It was conceptualized by Marcel Layat, an aviation engineer who believed that the future of automobiles was propeller-driven, that a simple, light car without complicated transmission would be more
plane is
economical
insane.
in the long run. So he designed the Helica, where like in an aircraft, the passenger sat behind the driver, the steering operated the rear wheels, and the 8 bhp engine powered a propeller instead of the wheels.
Now imagine you riding your bike and getting hit by this thing, get chopped up. Not really that good of an invention, sir.
The car weighed only 250 kilograms, since the entire body was made of plywood,
this
and
car
this made
is
it
insane.
dangerously fast. It could go at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. The car wasn't a commercial success, however, and only 25 or 30 such vehicles were ever made.
Apparently those things still exist. Aston Martin DB1. Got that name
Aston
correct.
Martin DB1 is
yes.
a thoroughbred racer. And at 22.5 million.
Excuse me? 22.5 million? Don't even have that much Roblox money.
$1 million is the most expensive British car ever sold in an auction. Only 5 such cars were ever built between 1956 and
look at this
1959.
beauty.
And these were produced solely for the racetrack, to be driven by legends like Sterling Moss, Jack Brabham, and Carroll Shelby. It became one of only 3 cars in the 1950s to win both the World Sports Car Championship and the 24 Hours of Le Mans in the same year. And the 6 World Sports Car Championship victories was a record for any car in the 1950s.
This car is probably one of the prettiest things that I've ever seen. After Azzyland, of course.
It has been described as the most important car to have ever been made by Aston Martin, eclipsing even those driven by James Bond.
To be honest, I do think this one's also very pretty. And the car, too. 1904 Rolls-Royce, 15 horsepower.
A priceless gem of a car.
Oh my
so
goodness.
old that it's not even considered vintage, but veteran. Its value is estimated at over $35 million.
Whoa! Why am I making fun of this thing?
The car was designed in 1904 as a collaboration between Charles Rolls and Henry Royce, before the Rolls-Royce company was ever formed. The car had a 3-liter engine developing 15 horsepower and reached a top speed of just under 40 miles per hour. And it was sold as just a chassis.
What?
The customer had to go to a coach builder to get the body of the car built. Only one of these cars is in existence of the 6 ever built, and it's currently on display in a museum in Scotland. The family which used to own it has donated it on the condition that it should never leave Scotland, and that it should always be on display there. So there's little chance that we'll ever get to find out what it's actually worth.
What? That's insane. But we have 2 more cars. The Ferrari 250 Testarossa.
One of the most iconic race cars ever created. There are only 34 Ferrari 250 Testarossas that were ever built, and an unrestored running condition model from 1957 was auctioned for over $39 million.
$39 million for this gem?
In
Only 39?
Another one of these beauties from 1957 set the then world record for a car being auctioned by fetching $16.4 million.
Wow.
The previous record of $12.1 million was also held by, believe it or not, a Ferrari 250 Testarossa. These Ferraris dominated the racing field, winning 10 World Sports Car Championship races, including the 24 Hour of Le Mans 3 times. The 34 cars were built in a 5-year period spanning 1956 to 1961. And the phrase Testarossa, meaning redhead, refers to the red painted valve covers in the cylinder heads of the V12 engines. But this is still considered just the second most valuable Ferrari of all time.
What is the most valuable one?
Of our list.
The Ferrari 250 GTO.
The Ferrari 250 GTO recently became the most expensive car to ever be auctioned, fetching a mind-boggling $70 million.
$70 million. You know how much money that is?
To put things in perspective, that's the price of a brand new top-end private jet.
Exactly.
This is not the first time it's set a world record at an auction.
That's insane.
In 2013, a 250 GTO sold for $52 million.
Oh,
what makes this car so valuable, you wonder? Well, for starters, it's one of the most beautiful cars ever designed. A road-legal race car that has been driven by the best drivers in the world and won some of the most prestigious races in the world, ranging from the 24 Hour of Le Mans race to the Tour de France and other mountain and cross-country cross-country events, and of course FIA's World Sports Car Championship. Ferrari only made 36 of these magnificent cars between 1962 and 1964, and the current owners list reads like a who's who of classic car collectors, including Ralph Lauren, Pink Floyd drummer Nick Mason, Canadian billionaire Lawrence Stroll, and Walmart heir Rob Walton.
Of course they have one. Of course they have one. Now if you'd ask me, this is my favorite car. And by favorite, I mean looks the coolest, and it's worth like $5 million. This is the Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, look at it. This is what I drive in GTA all the time. This car is insane. It's a Lambo called the Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. It's $5 million and literally insane. It's definitely not a vintage car or holds any amount of respect like that Ferrari does. That was the number one spot, but look at this car. This is like a spaceship on wheels. To me, I look at this and go, this car is perfect. This car looks perfect. This is one of the prettiest cars that I've ever seen, and I will never be able to afford. Here it is from the front. Isn't that beautiful? Wow! Here is a better shot from it. Oh my goodness. I bet it's very uncomfortable to sit in it, but if you drive around in this Lambo, a lot of people are gonna hurt their neck. If you like this video, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.